Didi, I've only eaten Parle Ji in the last 3 days. Didi, please help my family and me. Who were these people who were calling me up? Why were they calling me up? And what was happening? I received these calls in March 2020, just when our nation had gone into a nationwide lockdown due to the COVID-19 pandemic. So let's answer these three questions. These students were students of Saturday Art Class, an organization that I co-founded back in 2017 with Chavi Khandelwal and Ayush Bansal. This organization focused on inculcating social emotional learning amongst children from low-income communities in the city of Mumbai through a language that requires no boundaries and no right or wrong, art. Second question, why were they calling me and what was happening? When the nation went into a nationwide lockdown, most of these students of Saturday Art Classes' parents are daily wage earners. Let's break this down. Daily wage earners. They need to work every day in order to get some money to run a house, pay their rent, and get food. Now imagine when you cannot go to work for a day or days together and then months together. What is the result of it? No money because no daily work. And as the outcome was, the only thing that they could afford was Parle Ji for days and days, not knowing where the next meal would be. And finally, why were they calling someone like me specifically and so many other didis and bhaiyas? Because Saturday Art Class works with these students with volunteers from all across Mumbai who are their didis and bhaiyas, they're safe people. And at that point, when the children were confused, hungry, and did not know what to do, they were the first people who came to their mind was us, and we received their calls. So now what was happening at Saturday Art Class on our end? I remember feeling angry, frustrated, sad, and just helpless at the situation. How were children and their families not getting food? Especially when there was this entire fright about the COVID-19, on top of that, just not having food. And I remember going back to my team and Chavi Khandelwal, my co-founder, and I remember just venting to her because this question and this thought that kept going into my mind was India going to have more deaths due to COVID-19 or due to starvation? And I think the next thing she told me changed the way we at Saturday Art Class viewed the problem. She said, Mansi, we have the power to change things. Let's make sure that anyone and everyone who reaches out to us at this time like this does not go to bed hungry. We need to help them. And that's when everything changed. We had no idea how to get food to people in different slums across Mumbai in different tiny communities. So our first relief program that we did was with a partnership with an organization that helped us reach out to 80 individuals in different communities in Mumbai. And once this began, everything changed. People from all across the country started reaching out to us, not only to donate, but to raise money for us to help us do the work we were doing. They trusted us. They saw where the money was going. It resulted in a months long of supply of dry ration for these individuals, for these people who needed help. And from one Saturday Art Class champion, these were individuals ranging from the age of 12 to adults. We ended up working with 40 Saturday Art Class champions from all across the country who helped us raise funds. And this resulted in us helping out 2,500 families and 12,394 individuals across the country, across Mumbai. But now let's think about it. We're in a nationwide lockdown. At no point are people allowed to leave their homes. The police was making sure they were at home and at times taking strict actions if they were found outside. How are we getting them food? We partnered with their local shops, or the Kinara shops that you call it. All they had to go was go to the shop, write their name, sign, and take that month long of ration that helped them survive. While all of this was going on, the first move from Saturday Art Classes end was, let no child be hungry, and let no person who reaches out to us ever get a no from us. But once the child was fed, let's not forget about the impact that the COVID-19 pandemic was having on them. There was a loss of routine. There was no school, no safe person to speak to, no safe space. They had seen their parents lose their jobs. They had seen emotions flaring just out of frustration. They were forced to stay in that tiny slum house of theirs. And they had seen people around them, their loved ones, either falling sick or losing them. We at Saturday Art Class have always focused on our children's well being and social emotional learning. They needed us now more than ever. Someone had to ask them questions like, how are you feeling? Do you know where your safe space is? Are you feeling very angry, sad, frustrated, a little more than normal? Because if you are, it's okay. Have things changed for you? Um, what are you feeling? Let's start talking about it. Do you miss your friends? Now, all this, when they did not want to focus on just learning about English and math, they were doing it via art. We did this via Zoom sessions for our students, and just a safe space for expression and having a safe Didi and Bhaiya to talk to when maybe for months together they had not met anyone that they could express to. But again, India and its level of education inequality and inequity already exists, and that gap is vast. But now let's bring in technology and data. The gap only widens. Children either had no smartphone or very limited data or one smartphone to share amongst the family. That means they could not attend class and they could not get this recovery curriculum that we were focusing on. When they did express themselves, it was so powerful. They needed more of us, and what were we going to do about it? Our solution was Saturday Art Class art kits and our In My Mind workbook. So even if a child did not have access to data or a cell phone, all it required was one simple call from their didis and bhaiyas in order for them to just go over the books and just get asked the right questions. So today we're working with 200 children and 50 volunteers. But in the next few weeks, we are working with an education app, technology app, that's going to help us put this curriculum out for more than 35,000 individuals across the country. It's because children need to be asked questions that no one is asking them. This pandemic has been hard for us, but it's been even harder for them. And now let's not forget, all of this was happening when the world had just stopped. India was struggling to feed its people and send its people home. At no point have you seen the country just behave the way it was. Every day was a challenge for us at Saturday Art Class. Every day we were faced with obstacles. But 7 months later, when I actually have to think about my learnings, I'm going to share them with you. And I'm hoping someday you use a part of them because that will just help you lead and understand yourself better. 1, sometimes and maybe always lead with your heart, especially when you know it's the right thing to do. 2, never think twice before you need to help somebody, especially when you know it's going to change or save somebody's life. 3, do not be afraid to try something new. We at Saturday Art Class had no idea. We focused on social emotional learning and art. We had no idea how to provide food, but we figured it out. We reinvented the wheel. And 4th, do not forget the power that you have as an individual. You all are the youth of our country. We are rooting on you to shape our future. India needs people like you to just make this place a safer and a better place for the future to come. And you have the power to change lives. And my next statement is going to tell you why. The world is full of what it seems like intractable problems. And sometimes these problems paralyze you. But don't let it spur you to action. There are some people in this world that we cannot help, but there are so many that we can. So don't look away. When you see a mother and a child suffering, let that break your heart. And with that empathy and the unique talent that you have, spur yourself into a solution. You have the power to change lives. Whether you volunteer for just a week or a few times a year, your time and your unique skills are invaluable. Melinda Gates. Thank you so much.